Seedtoself runs their textile learning journeys, of which High leads in South India. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
There is such a thing as textile education, unlike professional designer education, but this was for a younger age group. It was very cool to see the passion with which these teachers were approaching their subject and how concerned they were about sustainability, which is kind of what we all hope, that teachers who induct the next generation into this industry come with such commitment and concern and passion. So that was very inspiring and cool. It was also very interesting for me to actually physically do the whole journey. So in 8 days, can we actually follow the entire trail from seed to self, seed to shelf, and then to self? But no, for me, it was kind of all that we had in mind. Like, we had some rural experience, we had some hardcore industrial experience, we had some relaxing time away experience,
Wildlife experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Along, where were we going to when we saw that herd of elephants
so
right
close through the Western Ghats in the Nilgiris.
So they got to see firsthand how the farmers, the hardship of whether it's industrial farming but certainly organic farming. It can be hard.
Of course.
Yeah, and I think it's good for participants to be able to see that, because we are so disconnected from everything, our food, our clothes. So I think that for them to see that really did change their perspective on, one, how they're going to buy, and two, how they're going to run the education programs.
If they are curious and they want to understand, then this is a great opportunity to learn more, not just about what happens in the industry, but also about their connection with it.
But I think the impact of what they saw profoundly changed them, like going to Tirupur. People walked away from Tirupur almost speechless. They couldn't really fathom that the dyeing process was so toxic. And there are many aspects that are not great about the fashion industry, but I don't think they actually grasped how. And I think with this journey, they got to see the really, really tough side of industrial dyeing and industrial cotton growing, things like that, and then seeing the other side of it and how you can change what's happening.
So I'd like to see people using this travel experience to sustain some of the change that they're trying to bring in their practices. So I'm imagining people who work in the industry, they want to change something, but they lack that that little push to actually manifest this change and stick with it.
Our unique point of what our journeys are also about is that we have a business and life coach that travels with us. People that have perhaps never been to India before. It is a deeply spiritual place, so you kind of moved anyway just for the sheer energy of the place. But then to see and experience what you experience, first of all trying to interpret that, but then also getting help in how you can create that change within your industry as well. So to have a coach on board that can do both, facilitate both of those things, is very unique, but for me very important, because I think that unless the change in your internal changes is it's got to be authentic, it's got to be true, and it's got to be honest, because otherwise the change really is just, let's put it bluntly, bullshit, or it's greenwashing, or it's a great marketing. But to actually feel it and know it and sense it, I think to have that depth of change is what we need to change industries.